Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today I'm going to give you my predictions for not only this weekend's NXT TakeOver War Games, but also Survivor Series. So let's get it all started with NXT TakeOver War Games. Now I'll explain the stipulation of the War Games match in a bit. But for now, we are going to start it with a singles match scheduled for one fall. And it is not for a title, as it's Matt Riddle, the King of Bros, taking on Finn Balor. That's right, Balor is back on NXT full time. Now, this is where it gets a little complicated. I love Riddle. I hope he gets more success. But with Balor back, that's a big name you want to build up. So I think the winner here is going to be Balor. As much as I hate to see Riddle go down that way, Balor needs a big win, build him up to maybe an NXT title shot in the future. Speaking of an NXT future title shot, great segue, we have a triple threat match to determine the challenger for Adam Cole's NXT Championship for Survivor Series. That's right, NXT title defended on Survivor Series. As we have Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, Killian Dane, the Beast of Belfast, and Damian, Priest, formerly Punishment Martinez. And, they're fighting for a number one contendership. I like all three of these guys, even though Damien's kind of newish. I feel like the guy who should be challenging Cole Sunday is Pete Dunne. As much as I like all three guys, it's going to end up being Pete. And I'm okay with that. Pete Dunne versus Adam Cole at Survivor Series. That's money, that's mint. I'll talk about that match later. Next up, the first War Games match. And it is the fellas going first. That's right. We have a men's War Games match and a women's War Games match. Now, War Games is basically like this. It's team versus team. Sometimes it's teams of 5, sometimes it's teams of 4. In here, it's teams of 4, as the entirety of the Undisputed Era. That's Adam Cole, your NXT champion, Roderick Strong, the North American champion, and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the tag team champions, will be facing down Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, and as of right now, an unconfirmed 4th member. Now, rules of War Games are simple. You have 2 teams. Each team starts off with 1 guy in the ring. At regular intervals, they come into the ring. Oh, no, it's not just 1 ring. It's 2 rings, and it's surrounded by a cage. And each team member comes in at regular intervals, alternating regular intervals. Last man in, match officially starts, pinfalls and submissions count. Now that doesn't mean you can't use a submission to wear down your opponent, but I think that's going to be a big piece. Now, the winner of this match, as much as I want to say it's the Era, that'd be a big win for him, though. I think with the cohesion with the Undisputed Era, I think they're going to pick up a win here. The unannounced team member for Team Ciampa, I would have thought was going to be Gargano, but he's out hurt. It was Matt Riddle at one point, but he got moved to the Finn Balor match. So I'm thinking maybe excuse me. Excuse me again. It's going to be little bit more of a surprise. So I think who it could be is the Velveteen Dream, because he got jumped by the Era not too long ago before a NXT UK title match against Roddy by the Undisputed Era. So there's history there. And he'll get a big pop once he comes back. So that'll be good. Now, last and certainly not least, yes, right now there are only 4 matches announced for this card. We have the Women's War Games match. I do believe it is going to be the same rules as the men. And this is the first ever Women's War Games match. Now we have 2 teams of 4 once again, as Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Tegan Knox, and Mia Yim take on NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and the surprise, Kaylee Ray, the NXT UK Women's Champion. Didn't see that coming. I like it. I think if you're going to have someone come out of this as a true number 1 contender to the women's title in the future, I think it's going to be Rhea. I think Rhea's going to pin, maybe not Baszler, but I could see her pinning like Kaylee Ray, because they have a little history. But I do believe that Rhea Ripley is going to be built up as the new number 1 contender once the title's on the line. So that is that. Next up, we have Survivor Series, which takes place the Sunday after War Games, and includes many of the NXT talent who took place in the show the night before. So they're going to be tired. Going to see how NXT does. And we are going to start it off with Adam Cole, baby, defending his NXT championship against, I picked, Pete Dunne. Now, that's a pretty big pickle to get out of, because both guys are fantastic. I don't think they've had a singles match yet, but I think we're going to get Cole with a win via shenanigans. Not 100% sure what kind of shenanigans, but shenanigans. All right, next up, Triple Threat Brand Supremacy match as the United States Champion, AJ Styles, the Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the North American Champion, Roderick Strong, do battle. This match on paper sounds great, but it harkens back to the AJ Styles Nakamura WWE title feud from WrestleMania 33. So I am excited about this, and I think the man who really needs the win here is Nakamura. And he really needs something, and I think this is the best match to put him over in. Alright, next match on the card is the first 5-on-5-on-5 Survivor Series style match. That's right, Triple Threat Survivor Series match. That's going to be a long one. And it is the women going up first, as we have from Team Raw, Charlotte Flair, Natalya, Asuka and Kairi Sane, the women's tag team champions, and Sarah Logan, because Team SmackDown, we have Sasha Banks, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Nikki Cross. And as of right now, no one from Team NXT has really been announced, but more than likely it's going to be few people from War Games. So, like, I could see Rhea Ripley. I could see Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai. I could see Io Shirai, maybe. And I think here, you already have SmackDown with a win. I think Raw is going to get a win here. And I think Logan is going to be the last woman standing. As much as I like Cross and as much as I like NXT, I think Raw is going to get this win here. Right, next up, Triple Threat Tag Team Match playa. As the tag team champions from all three brands collide. You have the Viking Raiders, the Raw Tag Team Champions, the New Day, who recently beat the Revival, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and the Undisputed Era's Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the NXT Tag Team Champions. This has New Day win written all over it, but I think I'm going to pick the Undisputed Era. NXT needs a win here, and I think they're the best team to do it. Sorry, other team, someone's got to be the fall guy here. All right, next up, we got Universal title match. That's right. Universal title is on the line as The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, takes on Daniel Bryan. Fiend's going to win this one. Daniel Bryan is going to make Bray Wyatt look awesome. And I do like the Universal title is blue now. Like, that's funny as hell. So yeah, put me down for Bray Wyatt. Next up, we have the women's triple threat match as Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, Bayley, the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion, do battle. I think this has Shayna Baszler win written all over it. I think she's going to tap out Bayley. And then maybe down the line, that'll lead to a match between Lynch and Baszler in the future. Maybe at WrestleMania? Maybe? That'd be nice. Anyway, that's that. Next up, the next Survivor Series style match. Again, 5-on-5-on-5. And this time it is the fellas. As we have Seth Rollins captaining Team Raw, which includes Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Ricochet. Team SmackDown, we have Roman Reigns, Mustafa Ali, Braun Strowman, King Baron Corbin, and Chad Gable. I will not be calling him Shorty G. You cannot make me. Now, like the women, Team NXT right now has nobody on their team. More than likely, we're going to see a bunch of the War Games participants in this match. I honestly thought we were going to see Adam Cole captain this team, but I guess not. So I think we're going to have Keith Lee, Dijakovic, Ciampa, Matt Riddle, and I could potentially see Balor, maybe? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think NXT is going to win this one. I think SmackDown wins this one. And it's going to end up with Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns standing tall. And I think that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to see everyone just explode in a rage. Now, our final match of the evening. A no-holds-barred match for the WWE Championship as Brock Lesnar defends against Rey Mysterio. Now, Rey has actually had a pretty decent story with Brock Lesnar, including bringing in Tito Ortiz and after the match, beating Brock up with a lead pipe or whatever the heck that was. But Ray isn't winning this match. I'm sorry, kids. Ray is going to get his butt whooped. So Brock Lesnar wins. He retains the title. Hopefully in the future we'll see the rematch between Lesnar and Kofi, but that's for another time. Those are my predictions for this weekend. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys want to have a watch party, I am open for it. Just bring your own snacks and stuff. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace.